you guys hear me okay, or do I need to? Okay. I sound like a Charlie Brown teacher.
That's exactly what I thought.
I was like, I'm gonna say something. I hope somebody says something before I do.
And now I sound like Darth Vader. As I was saying, laying back, feeling the earth beneath your body. Noticing the feel of the air and the smell of the air as you inhale through your nose. Noticing the rise and fall of your chest and abdomen. Allow that belly to soften and expand as we inhale, pulling the air through the nose, all the way down to the hip bones. And then exhale with a sigh out your mouth. Again, deep inhale, pulling the air all the way down to the hip bones. And sigh out your mouth. One more time. Big inhale, deepest inhale. Hold at the top, maybe take a sniff, a little bit more air, and sigh it out your mouth. Continue breathing through the nose, pull the air through that slight constriction in the back of the throat. Slow and controlled. Exhaling out the nostrils, pushing the air through that slight constriction in the back of the throat. Making that ocean wave sound in your head. Deepening the inhales and slowing the exhales. Bending those knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. Maybe heel-toeing those feet out about as wide as the mat if you'd like. We're going to allow those knees to fall out over to the right side very gently, very slowly. So we're warming up the hips, the back, the knees, and then allow them to fall out to the other side. Back to center. Very slowly and gently. Noticing the sensations throughout your hips and lower back, knees. Knees back to center, and then we're going to bring those knees in towards the chest. Just placing the hands on top of the knees and shins, maybe rocking from side to side. Extending those legs nice and long, reaching those arms up overhead, as far away from the feet. Take a full body stretch. Pointing and flexing those feet, lengthening the spine and the whole body. And then bringing those arms back along your side, bending those knees again, bring the soles of the feet to the mat. And those shoulder blades up underneath you. We're going to go into bridge with articulation, warming up that spine, so nice and slow, using the breath. We're going to take a big inhale, tilt that pelvis up, then pressing into the feet, we're going to lift the tailbone, and then peel the spine up off of the mat, pressing those hips up towards the sky, pressing those palms down into the mat. And then we're holding at the top. So So hold the pose, but not your breath. Continue with that breathing that we began with, slow and controlled. And on your next exhale, you're going to slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time, touches your mat. And when that tailbone touches last, take a breath or two here, allow that spine to settle. On your next inhale, tilt that pelvis up, peeling that spine up off of the mat, pressing those hips up towards the ceiling, pressing those palms into the mat. Abs are pulled in nice and tight. Glutes are engaged. Legs are engaged. Maybe you can press those hips up just a little bit higher. On your next exhale, slow and controlled, lowering one vertebrae down at a time until that tailbone touches last. Breath or two here. Extend that left leg long. Bring that right knee in towards the chest, interlacing the fingers on top of that knee or shin. Pulling that knee in towards that armpit. Left leg is engaged, so really flexing that left foot. Now let's take some ankle circles with this right foot. Let's just pick a direction. And reverse direction. And give that knee another nice squeeze and hold. Hold that compression. Big inhale, allow that belly to really expand. One more big inhale. And exhale, release that right leg back down. Bring that left knee in towards the chest, interlacing the fingers on top of that knee or the shin. Squeezing that knee in towards that armpit. Right leg is grounded and engaged, so we're flexing that right foot. And then taking some circles with that left foot. And reverse directions. Squeeze that knee in for a couple deep belly breaths here. And release on that exhale. Take another full body stretch here. And then bringing those knees back in towards the chest. We're going to catch the fingers behind the knee. Maybe take a couple rocks up. Seated. Just find a comfortable cross-legged seated position. We're going to go into some torso circles here. So I'm just imagining a string on the top of her head and we're just making some circles. So start out nice and slow, maybe small circles. Maybe as you get warmed up, you can take them a little bit wider. Just noticing the sensations all throughout the hips, the sides, the back, knees. Maybe exaggerate the movements a little bit if you like. Getting those arms, shoulders, neck involved. And then we'll reverse directions. Not a mosquito in the morning. that feels complete, and go ahead and return back to neutral spine. We're going to tuck that chin in, roll those shoulders back and down the back. And focus on that breath. And big inhale. We're going to raise that chin up towards the sky. Don't collapse down into the back of your neck. So collarbones are nice and wide. That chin is reaching up. Again. So that spine is staying nice and straightish, but we're tucking the chin so we're getting that stretch in that cervical spine. And the next inhale, chin reaches back up, reaching the heart forward. Back to center. We're going to bring that right ear over towards that right shoulder, stretching that left side of the neck. Really breathing into it. And back to center. And left ear to left shoulder, feeling that stretch on the right side. And back up to center. And now right cheek to right shoulder again, or right ear maybe. Check your shoulders, make sure they're back and down. You're not shrugging them up. And now we're going to turn our chin down towards that right shoulder, like we're looking to our right pocket. And then back up to center. We're going to take that left ear over towards that left shoulder again. And then bring that chin down towards that left shoulder like we're looking into our left pocket this time. And then chin back up to center. We're going to place those fingertips on those shoulders and then just take some circles, making circles with those elbows. Pick a direction, we'll do both directions. And go ahead and reverse directions. Arms down. We're going to bring them out to our side. We're going to lift that left arm up and then lean over to the right, using that right hand for balance and leverage. So heart is reaching forward. And big inhale, that left arm's going to reach up and then come back down. Big inhale, right arm comes up and over. extend those legs out in front of you. Let's point and flex those toes, really engaging all those muscles of the legs. So you can reaching that crown up to the sky, shoulders are rolled back and down. Let's take some circles. And reverse direction of the circles if you like. And now we're going to flex those feet, spread those toes nice and wide so legs are engaged. Now see if you can lift that right heel up just a little bit. Feel them strengthen those legs and then lower down. Big inhale, lift that left foot up, left leg up just a little bit, and lower down. Big inhale, right leg lifts up just a little bit and hold. Pull those abs in, and lower down. Big inhale, left leg lifts up and holds. Pull those abs in. And release down. Lean back on those hands, bend the knees. You can take the feet as wide as the mat if you like, or whatever's comfortable for you. I'm just going to allow those knees to fall to the side. And up and back over. Go ahead and extend those legs out again. We're going to bring those fingertips out to the side. Take a big inhale, arms are going to come up. And then we're just going to fold over our legs. So you don't really have to pull and grab. We're just sloppy forward fold so that chin is tucked in, that spine is really round. We're reaching the crown of the head towards our feet, our ankles maybe. Find that slow, steady rhythm of breath. Big inhale, that crown is going to reach up. Lengthening that spine. You're going to bend that right knee, bring that foot in. You can keep that foot on the right side of that left leg, or you can cross it over that left knee, whatever works for you. We're going to inhale, reaching that crown up, bringing that belly close to that right leg, right thigh. And then we're going to twist, bringing that right hand back behind. You can just grab onto this knee for some leverage. Looking out to the right side. If it's within your practice, you can turn your gaze back over that right shoulder as far as it'll go without hurting your neck. Really soften that belly, allow it to expand on these inhales. Maybe twist a little bit deeper on the exhale if you can. Inhale, go ahead and untwist all the way over to the other side. So that left hand's going to come back behind you. Place that right elbow onto that knee. Looking back over that left shoulder if it's within your practice. And then release back to center and we'll switch legs. Right leg comes back down. And that left knee, you can cross it over that right leg if you like. So pulling the torso up close to that leg, crown is reaching up, big inhale. And then on the exhale, we're going to twist back, so bring that left hand back behind you for some leverage. Taking that gaze back over that left shoulder if that's not too much on your neck. Imagine creating that space on the inhales, and then on the exhales, maybe twisting a little bit deeper. Big inhale. And exhale. Twist. You're going to bring the soles of the feet together, and knees are falling out to the side. You can have those feet close to you, or you can have them further out, whatever works for you this morning. We're going to reach up nice and tall with that crown. Then we're going to hinge forward, and then go ahead and just relax over those legs. So tucking that chin in, rounding that spine. We're going to land the crown of our head right there on top of our feet. Notice the sensations in your hips and knees. And back. On your next inhale, we're going to reach that crown up, lengthening that spine. And we're going to find our way to hands and knees for tabletop. And as usual, we're going to begin with cat and cow. Inhale, that chin is going to reach up, that tailbone is going to reach up. Belly drops down towards the mat. And exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, press that mat away, creating that space between the shoulder blades. And inhale. Chin is up, heart is reaching forward. Just continue on with a few more of these, allowing your breath to set your pace. It gets fuzzy when I get close to it, so maybe that will help. All right, returning to a neutral spine. Actually, let's separate those knees about as wide as the mat. Allow those big toes to tap to touch. We're going to sink that tailbone back over those heels. Walk those hands forward. They're nice and long. Forehead comes down to the mat. So shoulder blades are reaching down the back towards the hips. Armpits are reaching down towards the mat. That tailbone's reaching down towards those heels. And allow yourself a few deep belly breaths here. Pressing into those palms, coming back up to tabletop. And do something a little bit different with bird dog today. So we're going to extend that right leg back. Go ahead and just keep those right toes tapping on the ground, on the mat. We're going to reach that left arm forward, so fingertips are tapping on the mat in front of us. Take a big inhale, and we're just going to lift both as high as you can and hold. And then lower back down and lift and lower back down. check into with that right arm. Make sure it's nice and strong, pushing that mat away. Abs are in tight. And the next time everything's up, hold. Pull those abs in tight. And then release back down. Good job. Extend that left leg back. Toes are tapping. Right arm reaches. Those right fingertips are touching. And we're going to lift up as high as you can go. And then release down. And back up. Check in with that left arm. Make sure it's nice and strong. Fingers are nice and wide. Next time you're up, hold it. Check in with those abs, pull them in. And go ahead and lower back down. Extend that right leg again. We're going to lift it up. Then we're going to bend that knee, bringing that heel towards that booty. Then we're going to kick it back out. Pressing that heel away, and then bringing it back in. Press that heel away. Bring it back in. Press the heel away. Check in with your arms. Make sure they're strong. You're pressing that mat away. Check in with your abs. Make sure they're engaged. Next time knee is bent, go ahead and hold it. Then we're going to pulse it up. So we're just lifting that knee up or lifting that foot up towards the ceiling. And then go ahead and release that right knee down. Good job. All right, extend that left leg back. We're gonna lift it up, bend that knee, and then extend that leg, kicking that heel back, and bringing it back in towards the booty, taking it back out. Check with your arms. Next time your knee's bent, go ahead and hold it there. Then we're going to pulse it up. And go ahead and bring that left leg back down. We're going to separate those knees again, take a child's pose, sink those hips back, reach those arms long. Pressing into those palms and lifting up, we're going to walk the hands over to the right edge of the mat. Option to place that left hand on top of the right hand and then lower down. Feeling that stretch on the left side body. Pressing up into those palms again, walking them all the way over to the left edge of the mat. Option to place that right hand on top of the left and lower down. Really breathing into that right side body here. Into those palms, coming back to center. We're going to walk those hands back. Bring those knees closer together. They don't have to be to touch. And we're going to just sit back on the tops of those feet. So stacking the shoulders up over the hips. We're going to roll those shoulders up and down the back. Maybe take your torso back a little bit, stretching that front part of the ankles and engaging the abs a bit. Go back just a little bit further. Don't hurt your neck or your back. Engage those abs. back up. Going back to tabletop. We're gonna tuck those toes under and lift those hips into our first downward dog. So those fingers are nice and wide. We're pressing the mat away. Those heels, let's go ahead and walk our dog here. So alternate pressing one heel down and then the other. So knees can be bent here, that's fine. You can practice straightening one leg, pressing that heel down and then the other. That tailbone is reaching up towards the sky. Lower belly is reaching towards those upper thighs. And now go ahead and just attempt to press both of those heels down or close. So straightening those legs as you can. Spine is straight. We're going to shift our weight forward so that our face is tracking right between our hands. Bend the knees, bring them down to hover just above the mat. So strong arms here, pressing that mat away. And then back up to downward dog. Tailbone reaches up. Big inhale. Exhale, shift that weight forward. Bend those knees, bring them down to hover just above the mat. So you should feel a nice stretch in those feet too. And then hips back up. Big inhale, shift the weight forward, bring those knees down to hover. Pull those abs in tight. And then back up to downward dog. We're gonna walk those feet up towards our hands into a forward fold. And just let your upper body hang here. No effort. Knees can be bent if you need them to be. Just straighten them as you can. Grab onto opposite elbows here and then just allow your upper body to sway. Noticing the sensations there in your obliques, your sides, your back. Go ahead and release those hands down. Now we're going to bend the knees. We're just going to bend the knees. Kind of creating a little shelf for your belly here. And just allow your upper body to hang here. Now go ahead and lift your heart forward. So we're lengthening in that spine. Knees are still bent, belly is still resting on the knees or on the thighs. We're going to reach those arms forward and now lift your belly up off of those thighs. So core is engaged. Go ahead and bring that torso all the way up. Chair pose, everyone's favorite. Let's go ahead and bring those hands, prayer hands to heart. Pressing the palms together, engaging those shoulders. Abs are pulled in nice and tight. We're going to turn towards the right here. So just bring your prayer hands over to the right. So still pressing that right hip forward. Back to center. And then prayer hands to the left. Left hip bone is pressing forward still. And back to center. I'm going to go ahead and forward fold. Allow that head to just hang. The upper body to just hang. We're going to slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. So just lifting very slowly. Allow the upper body to just hang. As you come up, that chin's going to lift up last. Oh, let's do some balance. Let's do some tree pose since, we're in nature. We kind of have to, right? Okay, so you're going to find something in the distance that's going to be still. So don't look at a person or a dog, or even trees are kind of questionable if the wind blows. So find your drishti, your focal point. We're going to root down into that left foot. So just imagine the bottom of your left foot just growing roots. So that left leg is nice and engaged. And bring that right heel and just rest it on the left ankle there. Hands can be however you want. So you can take them out wide. It's going to help you with some balance. You can have prayer hands here. You can have them on your hip. You can reach them up. Whatever you need, and play around with it as you need to. We're going to slide that right foot up and rest it on the inner calf of the left leg. So those hip bones are pressing forward, abs are engaged. That left leg is really nice and strong. So feel the strength. That left leg holding your body up. If you come out of it, come right back into it. Reaching that crown up to the sky. And then release that down. Shake it out. Good job, everybody. I'm sweating, so I don't know if y'all are. Okay, now find your drishti. Go ahead and engage that right leg. Grow those roots down into the ground. Bring that left heel, rest on top of that, or inside that right ankle. And then if and when you're ready, sliding it up there. Maybe one side's a little more wobbly than the other. That's okay. It's my right side. So keep breathing. We have a tendency to hold our breath when we're holding poses. So return your attention back to that slow, steady rhythm of breath. Go ahead and release that down. Good job. Stretch it out. Okay. We're not done with the balance. Okay, find your focal point. We're going to root back down into that left leg. Again. So engage it nice and strong. Pull those abs in. We're going to bring that right knee up. So kind of a Captain Morgan here. We'll get there. Now can you bring it out to the right? And then can you turn your gaze over to the left? Definitely challenging. And then bring everything back to center. Bring that right knee in and the gaze. And then go ahead and release that down. Shake it out. Do the other side. Rooting down that right foot. Find your focal point. And that slow, steady rhythm of breath. When you're ready, lifting that left knee up. Bringing that left knee out to the left. Turning the gaze over to the right. Those abs in. Back to center if and when you're ready. Woo! Go ahead and release that down. Shake it out. Probably should have done our standing leg splits first, but it's okay. We'll still get even more exercise. So we're gonna lift those arms up. Big inhale. Well, let's do our slide backwards. Okay. So fingertips tap to touch, or palms if you like, whatever's more comfortable. Shoulders are down away from the ears. We're going to press those hips forward, pull those abs in. Maybe take your gaze up for a very slight little back bend. And then back up to center. We're going to take that left hip out and then bring our arms and upper body over to the right. So left hips go left, torso, upper body goes right, and then back up to center and the other way. So press those right hips out. Bring the upper body to the left, and then back up to center. We're going to press those hips forward, taking that back bend. This time we're going to cactus arms those arms. Looking up, maybe going a little further back than we did last time. And then inhale, back up. Left hips out. Let's go right. And back up up to center. Right hips go right, arms go left. And then back up to center. Let's take that back bend again, cactus arms. Abs are pulled in to support the lower back. Maybe you can look back behind you and then back up. Center. Swan dive back down. Let that upper body hang. Now we're going to shift our weight into that left foot, bending that right knee. We're going to bring that right foot back so the right toes are tapping back behind us. We're balancing with our fingertips here in front of us. Everybody with me? We're going to lift that right leg up, flexing that foot, pressing that heel. Toes are facing more down than out to the side, so they may be angled a little bit. Mine are, because my hips are angled a little bit. So feel the strength in this left leg. You don't have to lock it out, so maybe a little micro bend in that left knee. Pull those abs in. Now let's pulse that right leg up. So engaging those glutes, we're going to pulse that right leg up. It doesn't have to go real far. Just basically engaging that glute. And then go ahead and release that right leg back down. Take a breath here. Shift our weight into that right foot. Bring that left foot back. So tapping those left toes back behind you. We're going to lift that left foot up and hold. Again, maybe a little micro bend in that right knee. So we're not locking it out. And let's go ahead and take those pulses with that left leg. Just lifting it up and releasing it up. And go ahead and bring that left foot back to meet the right. We're going to bend those knees again and just rest that upper body on those thighs. Tuck that chin down so we're looking at our knees or between our knees. Now we're going to heel toe our feet out about as wide as the mat, and maybe you can kind of play around with this a little bit. And I like to angle mine out because, like I said, my hips kind of angle out naturally. So my toes are going to angle out a little bit. I'm going to bend those knees and bring that tailbone down towards the mat as low as you can go. And hold it. Take a breath here. And then inhale, we're going to reach that tailbone up. So keep, and then bring that head down towards the mat. Forward fold with wider legs. Big inhale, we're going to bend those knees and bring that tailbone down towards the mat. Lifting that heart and chest up as you can. And then back up or down. Head comes down, booty comes up. Again, we're going to bend the knees, bring that tailbone down. And if you can, bring those hands to prayer. So pressing those elbows against the insides of the knees. And then back into a forward fold. We're going to heel toe those feet close together. They don't have to be touching, just closer together. We're going to bend that left knee. Right leg is straight. Those left fingertips are going to ground down into the mat. We're going to inhale, reaching that right arm up for easy twists, so stacking those shoulders. We're going to hold it for a breath or two, so that heart is reaching out towards the right edge of the mat. Feeling that stretch in the shoulder. And on your exhale, go ahead and lower back down. And do the other side. So bending the right knee, grounding those right fingertips, straightening the left leg. We're going to inhale, reaching the left arm up. Easy twist. Heart is facing out towards the left edge of the mat. And exhale, bringing that left arm back down. We're going to inhale for a half lift here. So we're going to inhale, reaching that heart forward, flattening that back. Hands are going to rest on the shin. And exhale, lower back down. Go ahead and bend those knees, bringing the hands to the mat. We're going to step the feet back into plank or half plank if you want to lower those knees. So we're pressing that mat away, nice and strong in the shoulders. Pull those abs in. And slow and controlled, we're going to lower all the way back down to the mat. Coming up onto the forearms. We're going to bend that right knee and then reach back and grab heel, ankle, toes. I usually have to grab from the inside and then I walk my hand around to the outside of the foot. And then you can stay here propped up, or if and when you're ready, you're going to lower down, resting that forehead on your left hand or left forearm. Really feel that stretch in those quads, releasing the hamstrings, and breathing. And then trying to relax in this. So maybe after a few breaths, check in with your body, see where you may be clenching or gripping your muscles. See if you can just release and relax a little bit deeper into this stretch. Find that slow, steady rhythm of breath here. Couple more breaths here. Go ahead and release that right foot down, that right leg down. Coming up onto the forearms as needed. You're going to bend that left leg, reach back. Grabbing onto that foot or ankle, feeling that stretch. If and when you're ready, lowering back down. You may take a couple breaths to relax. So after a few breaths, check in with your body, see where you're clenching or gripping. Another breath or two here. Go ahead and release that left leg down. We're going to press back up into tabletop. Take another child's pose for a breath or two. Noticing any difference you may feel this time in child's pose. Maybe relax a little bit deeper. One more long, slow, deep inhale and exhale here. And then pressing back up into tabletop. We're going to find our way back to our backs. Hugging that right knee in towards your chest. We're going to cross it over to the left side for supine twist. Keeping that right shoulder blade grounded. Guiding that stretch with the left hand on the outside of the right knee. Find that slow, steady rhythm of breath. One more breath here. And go ahead and set back down. That right leg back down to the mat. Bring that left knee in towards the chest. We're going to cross it over to the right edge of the mat. Guiding that stretch with the right hand on the outside of the left knee. Keeping that left shoulder blade grounded. Finding that deep, slow, steady rhythm of breath. Maybe a little more challenging in the twist. So just focus on slow. Another breath or two here. And go ahead and release that back and that left leg back to the mat. Take any other movement here that your body needs. Maybe another full body stretch. And then go ahead and settle into your final resting pose, whether that's corpse pose, any other pose that works for your body this morning. Whatever's going to allow you to just completely relax down. Imagine your body just melting onto your mat. The earth of your mat and blanket is holding all of your body weight. You don't have to put forth any effort. All of your worries, anxieties, to-do lists, they're all still going to be waiting for you. So just allow yourself these next few minutes to just be present with yourself, with your breath. The thoughts will come, acknowledge them, and then go ahead and return your attention back to your breath. those breaths. Slowly bringing a little bit of movement back into your body, wiggling those fingers and those toes. You are more than welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. But if and when you're ready, just begin a little bit of movement, slowly waking your body back up. Roll over onto your favorite side if you like. Take a few breaths there. I know it's so peaceful. I hate to get you guys out. Breath together to close out our practice. So reaching those fingers out to the side, tapping those fingers out. Big inhale, arms come up. Hands to prayer and prayer hands to heart. Peace and love to each of you. Namaste. Thank you guys for practicing with me this morning. It was the best.
Definitely like the part.
Do what?